Alrighty. Now I gotta
But
wait for the
one thing, one thing,
notification.
one thing I do want us to do is look into an Instagram page for this, whether one of us can start it or whatever.
Oh God, please you do it. Here we go. Now I can share. Alrighty. Uh-oh.
Oh, volumes. I don't see nothing on the page yet. What's good, everybody? Like we always do. It's Friday. I'm happy, yo. I'm
Alright.
happy today.
Why's that?
Because it's Friday. And tomorrow morning,
Oh, you're going on vacation.
I am going on another vacation. You know what I'm saying? The wifey got some time off again. So,
Bro, I just spilled my whole ashtray on the
ooh.
couch.
And everybody just looking at the face, bro.
I know.
But yes, I am going. We are going to Orlando tomorrow to Universal Studios for the weekend. For the weekend, partly week. Yes, I can't wait. This is my first time going. We got we've been to Disney, so now we got Disney knocked out. So now it's time for the Universal experience, and I can't wait. So very looking forward to that tomorrow morning when I get up. I got to pack. I haven't packed yet. I have not packed.
I can't get into theme parks anymore. I used to like them.
Man, that'll help. That'll help that aggression you have. It'll bring the kid out of you. You need some of
No, I
that.
know,
You
but
need to laugh a few times. You need to scream and
no,
laugh
I
a few
like it,
times.
but it's just waiting for an hour to get on a roller coaster ride that lasts a minute is
Nah, they don't even. They I think they say they last longer than that. There's stuff
yeah.
out there now. The times has changed. Now back in the day, then yeah, I can understand that. A minute, a quick ride that's not even that exciting, or even waiting in a line and you just waiting in the snake line, and you get on the ride that really, yeah, it wasn't really. It actually, some rides I know. I'm tall. I'm 6 feet, so I know some of these rides sitting in them, they suck for my height. So
That
yeah,
fro adds a few inches to your height, though.
the fro, nah, actually,
So you're more like
I don't have to worry about putting that on my head.
you're more like 6'4" with the fro.
But I will be going live out there.
Oh yeah,
I'm going live on a lot of because I have this is my first time. Like I'm trying to get everything. Mr. Galfo, Mr. Brian Galfo is in the building. Everybody, what's good, my man? He is a veteran. You see him. You see him with the outfit on. I used to wear that outfit back in the day. I miss the service. I miss the camaraderie and the esprit de corps that we had with the military, yo,
well,
with other
bro,
soldiers.
if you want, we can get dressed up and play like cowboys and Indians out here,
Well, well, who's gonna be the
or
cowboy?
Iraqis. You know,
I rather, only thing I ever shot at was some Iraqis. So I rather just do.
we'll do cowboys and Iraqis.
I mean, no, cowboy Indians against Iraqis because I'm half Indian, so I do the Indian part. But yeah, man, I missed all the fun I had. It was fun. I can admit that it sucked on some days, but I had fun doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I was just talking to my uncle, my great uncle actually, and he was in the military and he has his war stories, and we were just talking. He wants to actually sit down with me one day and uh, chop it up and talk war stories. And I'm gonna be more interested in hearing his stories because he's back in the day. He Vietnam type shit. You know what I'm saying? So
I have an uncle that was in Vietnam. I haven't talked to him in a while, but he told me a story once that I thought was hilarious. It was like I think the dead of night or something, and um, he heard enemy footsteps,
mm-hmm.
and he called out and didn't get a response, and so he was like, "This is it, man. This is the enemy." So he took a grenade and he threw it, and he blew up a bull.
Wow, wow. See, that's what I'm saying. My war was more it was obviously modern warfare like Call of Duty, but back then you had jungle you fight in the jungle, so you got plantations. Vegetation, and actually you still had Vietnam. You had them plantations out, the rice paddy plantations, and all them villages and stuff like that. I couldn't imagine like doing some kind of battle in the jungle. I couldn't, because you can't see where it's coming from. At least in the desert, you don't have really no. I mean, in Iraq, it wasn't desert. It wasn't. It was like kind of like you're in the normal
Well,
city.
you got out in the last few years, right?
I got out in 2014.
2014. So would you say that the military is more like their basic training and stuff like that they do to prepare these guys? Would you say it's more based on urban warfare than it is on like that kind of terrain? I should say.
Well, okay. I'll say that when I came in, it was peacetime. They called it peacetime.
Mm-hmm.
Once 9/11 happened, it shifted to wartime. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So now we already knew where we was going. Majority of the military knew exactly where they was going, which was Iraq. So they sent everybody that was training, getting prepared for Iraq, to the National Training Center in California. That's where Mojave Desert is at. That's
Mm-hmm.
where the stories of Goodfellas in Vegas, they dumped the bodies out there. That's where they at, Mojave Desert.
But what I'm saying is like there's obviously so many different countries, and so I'm just wondering, like, does the U.S. military prepare mostly for urban war now, or do they still
Most of the stuff,
run missions, like pretend missions in the jungle and whatnot?
well, now to answer that question, okay, I see what you're talking about. Since I could say since '04, when I went, we prepared for urban warfare. We prepared because we knew where we was going. We knew we was going into a normal neighborhood like you will be back home anywhere. It's just you got a desert surrounding you. You got desert areas, spots, surrounding. You still have a highway. You still have stores, just like around here, but you just have a lot of dirt.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you are about to prepare for that, if you know what your conflict is going to be, they send you to the place to practice in that environment. And they have
Okay.
now in NTC, they didn't have before. We was just training in the dirt, doing our natural MOS job specifications. Like I'm an engineer, combat engineer, so we are the front line. We work if the task force are stopped by an obstacle, just like in all the other historical movies. The first thing they say is call the engineers. We are the ones that come through. You got the minefield right there. That's their first line of defense is the minefield. The engineers are the only ones that are designed to clear that minefield so everybody else can come from behind us, come right through.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what the engineers are designed for. So going to urban warfare, that's what everybody was designed to start doing. Everybody was trained to be police. Everybody was trained to be MPs. Because if you're out there in the streets, you are on patrol, you are looking for IDs, you're looking to find who the main big companies, infantry engineers, are looking actually at trying to find who at the time when I was there, who's the enemies, who's making the IEDs, who's planning them, trying to that's what weird. But every person, every unit that came out that gate, whether you're going from one camp on a supply run to another camp, you are on patrol. Because you gotta travel and make sure you still gotta do the same training that we all got. Checking, scanning for IDs. Your gunners gotta know how to scan. You ain't gonna just travel and not know. So the military prepared us. The HVT, yeah, that truck I never been in. That truck, he can explain that one. I didn't experience those new vehicles that was for IDs scanning and that can take an ID hit. Those vehicles I never got. I got a chance to sit in them and train when they first came out. They sent us to another duty station to sit in them and.
What is an HVT?
It's if I believe correctly, without me even looking it up on Google, I think it's a 6 or 8 wheel vehicle.
And it can withstand the strength of an IED.
The way it's designed, if I'm correctly, Galfo, correct me if I'm wrong. The bottom of it is shaped like it's like
like a V.
Right. So when the blast comes, it fans out the blast, so it keeps everybody in the cab protected, and it's
mine resistant vehicle.
Right. Yeah. So at the blast, I think most of the vehicles now that's built with the armor on it are built designed in the V shape. So when it's inside the cab, and it's all armor, so that way it could withstand the blast. But just like everybody adapts, just like the military adapted to the enemy adapts to us. They find ways to make bigger bombs. See, correct. I still remember some stuff. I still remember a little bit. See, that's I didn't know then. So he's smart. He's been in longer than me, and he's still in right now. He's in reserves, so he's still active right now. But I still know a little bit TNT. Oh, that's it withstands
Twelve hundred
the
pounds of
12,
TNT.
12
Yeah,
yeah 1,200 pounds of TNT. So the military when it's if we just like Afghanistan, I've never been to Afghanistan, but I've seen a terrain. They have desert and they have jungle. They have in oh no mountain region, but
right.
they have vegetation on those mountain regions. It's not straight desert. So they have to. I know like the unit Fort Polk, Louisiana. They straight jungle. I've been there. JRTC training facility.
Did you
Heat
see the
hot.
movie Lone Survivor?
I have not.
You have not seen Lone Survivor.
Lone Survivor. Who plays in that?
Well, Marky Mark. He's the actor,
Oh,
but he's
Wilbur.
Mark. Yeah, Mark Wahlberg. I
Oh,
still call him Marky
Marky
Mark.
Mark. You
Um,
the only one that still say that.
um, but yeah, Marky Mark plays the lead, but he's playing the
Hey, hey,
character of Marcus Luttrell.
hey, Brian, why don't you click on that link? You got the link for people to click on to come in. We've
Yeah,
been having them.
it's in
Oh,
the
hey,
description.
Brian, if you want, hey, click on that link in the description. It brings you on the show. They can probably explain to a lot of people what we just got finished talking about. But
But yeah, it shows these guys. It's the story of Marcus Luttrell when he went in with these three other guys to do a recon mission that went to shit, and it's an amazing movie, and I highly recommend it. Um,
well, since we be out in Orlando tomorrow, once we come back from having so much fun, after y'all gonna see it too, because I'm going live in some spots of the park, and I'm not getting paid by anybody, so I will be trying to get all the footage of every ride that I sit my ass in. And ass is not a curse, but to try to have some kind of funniness to it. So, but yes, I will be recording everything live. Uh,
it's okay. You can say ass
the
here.
hotel they supposed to have it's the hotel that we're staying in is supposed to be some robotic hotel where we getting like served by robots. Like I'm telling you, I'm about to see. I don't know. I'm about to I'm gonna have everything in live factual proof tomorrow. And so what I'm saying right now is all speculation. I
You
love
get
speculation.
you're gonna be in a hotel that serves room service with a robot.
From what I was told from Janine, yes.
This is interesting.
Now, like they said, now this is so funny because it's like going to PLDC in school. Well, PLDC is the old name for it now. Is BO's WLC? Yes, WLC. But Warrior Leaders course. So now in school when I went, like me and you are sitting next to each other in this big room, the U-shaped table is around the room, and you have about 50 soldiers in there. So I'm looking across to the last person. So the drill sergeant says something to me, and so what he says to me, I'm turning around and say what he just told me to you, and you say all the way around. So by the time we get to the other side, it changes up. It's a whole different thing.
Yeah, they call that the game of telephone.
But one thing I want to talk about today, other than when we can still talk about anything, but I just want to bring it up because it's coming close, and this is everybody. We are all everybody in the United States and everybody in the world, whatever. We are all about to feel this, and that's the return of school. School is back in effect in a few weeks, and I know in our county, Manatee County, um, they have. I just got finished reading. I had the article up, and it's official. There will be like three options that the students will have of going back to school, and let me see, they have a hybrid and on like they can do their classes online, have a hybrid schedule, which means 2 days at school and 3 days online. or every day at school. Kindergartens through sixth grade will automatically default to a 5-day in-person learning. If parents of these students want a hybrid plan, if parents of these students want a hybrid plan, you must call the school to confirm. Uh, then you have grades 7 through 12 automatically default to the hybrid learning plan. You only have to call if you want a different plan. And then all schools will, obviously all the schools will in campuses will have the wearing of the mask. Uh, the hope is who is not only a school member board member, but also an epidemiologist. I think it says.
Epidemiologist.
I guess so. Yes, yes. The school district is working very closely with the health department. So yeah, schools are back in effect, um, and kids got to get back on the schedule. So as a parent, you have a child. I have a child that goes to the school here. What's how do you feel? What's your opinion about now that the schools are back in next
Let me
month?
give you my opinion.
All right, I'm about to know. I'm about to hear it.
All right, here's
Let me get the burp, burp, burp.
here's my opinion. My son goes to the Manatee School of Arts, right? Or Minnesota School of Arts. I think it's Manatee School of Arts. I don't even know the name of my son's school. It's pretty bad. But what I do know, and what I highly disagree with, and I think I might even write a strongly worded letter about this to them. They have a Taekwondo program, but they don't have a wrestling program. And I just can't fathom that.
So how about you talk with the school district or that school to see if you can be a coach at that school for that particular jujitsu training?
Well, I'm
Because
just
maybe
saying, I just
I'm just no,
can't.
I'm just you are a coach.
I
So
can't
why
believe
can't you?
they chose Taekwondo over wrestling.
Maybe it's just maybe a lot of schools that want to have something different. They want to be different. They want to try to bring something different into Taekwondo is good. I did that in Korea. Taekwondo is a good thing. It's still similar to what if you know Taekwondo, that helps you when it comes to combative, which is the same thing as jujitsu. Because if you're gonna start off standing up with somebody, you ain't not gonna just go to the ground. But
No, you have to close the
I
distance.
mean, you're jujitsu, but if you have jujitsu and you know Taekwondo, you don't always have to necessarily go to the ground unless you have to. And once you're on the ground, now you got jujitsu training. But standing up, I can do somebody throw a punch at me, high block, low block, do all that. I still remember the basic stuff. I don't know all that. I never got a belt for that. I tore my knees up. You know what I'm saying? Korea wasn't the place for me to learn that stuff.
We'll have to talk offline about that. But yeah, they have a Taekwondo program, but they don't have a wrestling program. That's my problem with this.
I mean, wrestling play I thought was always something that high schools had.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
But the school he's in might be not that type of school.
Right, it's a school for the arts.
Right.
Artsy fartsy. So anyway, that's my opinion about it. Nothing about COVID. I don't give a shit. I mean, wear a mask, do what you got to do. But
I mean, I think it's going to be kind of. I think with all the kids, because they like for the younger kids, the kindergartners, they have to go to school 5 days a week. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of scary to know that the teacher in there, how is she going to be teaching with the mask on or off? How they want to have the school, the actual classroom set up, arranged. Are you going to be each desk going to be 6 feet apart? Will the kids actually, have more than just a face mask? Will they actually have maybe a face shield on? Do they want to be in there with the neoprene gloves on their hands? Because they still kids, touching stuff and everything like that. I mean,
as far as I understand, I don't think the major concern is with kids getting it. I think the major concern is with kids spreading it to older people, to the parents.
I mean, that's probably the biggest thing. I mean, because kids gonna be kids. I mean, you got kindergarten to 12.
Yeah, bro. I didn't get sick for years until I had a kid, and then he entered school.
Well, everybody can get sick for anything. Ain't nobody immune to nothing.
No, but I'm just saying, like after my son, I was good for many years, and then we sent my son to school. Next thing you know, I'm getting sick every year. you know, because he's bringing shit home
Oh
from
well,
school.
yeah. I mean, because sometimes some parents really don't care. They'll send their kids to school sick, and they really don't care about the leaving the kids home or taking them to the doctor. They'll send the kids to the school, and they'll be sick, and next thing you know, your kids got something that you sick. So it's parents got to be a little bit more responsible. But this time, everybody got to be more responsible now. But it's just I, as a parent, I don't, I thought they would have did something like, at least twice a week, like Monday or Friday, at least see the kids once or twice a week, or maybe and then or 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then Tuesday and Thursday be at home. But for every day, I'm really not a fan of that. But it is what it is. I think they should give everybody that option. They should have everybody have a choice of all 3 of those options, not just high schoolers get what was it kindergarten through 6 will automatically default to the 5. Like the kindergarten to 6th grade automatically got to go to school 5 days a week. Then you got the 7th to 12 who had the hybrid plan, and then you have the which one? Then they can do online classes. And then one article actually it showed the actual how it looked. I don't know why it's not on this page. Like it explained what hybrid was, what's the hybrid plan and everything. So that's something I can actually find while we're here.
Speaking of degrees, that's your degree up right behind you, right? Your Trump University degree.
Yeah, by Trump. this is my prized possession.
This is Trump. That's his degree from Trump University.
This is my prized possession. You know what I'm saying? Bachelor's of Science for Music Production. My baby. I can always say I have something to inspire my daughter to do one day. Say, yeah, your daddy graduated college. You can't say I never did nothing. I had a career and I went to college and got a degree. So you can't say I didn't do anything. No one. Whether even if that college degree don't bring me money or millions, I still accomplished a feat that most people don't do. So I'm proud of myself because that's one of my things on my bucket list that I put out for myself back when I was 15. I wanted to be the first man in my family to graduate college, and like in my immediate, like between my brother, my father. My mom got associates, but I wanted the bachelor's. I wanted to be the first with the bachelor's. So I got it, and didn't matter how long it took me to get it. Military career kind of went first, even though I started it in 2010. But I had to go to Korea, and Korea trumped that college because I didn't know the time difference and everything. I didn't want to fail, and because of my my assignments is late. But yeah, that's one of my accomplishments. I'm proud of that right there. I still
as well you should be.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of accomplishments, since we're tooting horns,
yeah.
Let me pull up this little bad boy.
Toot your horn, man. Toot your horn.
Yeah, we gotta find it first.
That's how your song.
Boom.
Sound toot toot.
So I'm on the Music Producers Treasure Box podcast this week. So you can listen to the show by going. I think I put a link in the description of this podcast, so you can just click on that. And it was fun. It was a fun interview. It's about 40 minutes.
Okay.
And we talk about everything. We talk about jiu-jitsu and my job. We talk about COVID and the lockdown. Because this interview actually happened a little while ago, and it was funny because it was before. Remember when like Florida wasn't really hit that bad, right? And the numbers down here were still really low. Well, it was during that period. So you hear me talk about how Florida didn't get hit that bad, and when I listened to it, I started laughing. I was like, "Yeah, that's wrong." Like that's
what's up. That's what's up. Well, yeah, I mean. How was was it a video interview or
No, it's an audio interview. But he played he played like not whole songs, but he played a couple snippets of the tunes and talked about the album. We talked about music production a lot. We talked about the methods and stuff. He asked me what are some of the plugins I use, what's my DAW. So it was it was a fun interview because I got to talk about stuff that I really like. So
did you play your bass?
No.
When's the last time you played the bass?
Bro, I haven't played the bass in over a month. I'm so shameful, but I've been doing more music production though than I have in like.
No, I've been. That's what the hell. I'm thinking of. I think I got a. My eyes is playing with me when I blink my eye. I have a little dot right here on the mic. It looks like a tear, like a drop of water.
I got to cover this for a second.
Oh, yeah. Wipe your screen. But yeah, but you gotta It's been a while since you played on that bass. You should play something for the people.
Well, it's in the other
Seem like
room, so
nah, I'm not doing
not
that.
today.
But
But
no,
yeah,
I've been peeping. You've been doing a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? I've been
trying to stay busy.
I've been on the spot producing for my brother. Um, so I haven't because he's the one I'm working on right now, working with right now. I do have. How can I say? I do know individuals that I'm thinking about wanting to put on my project. I just I'm just debating. I have history with some people, and it's just the history wasn't great, and I'm not trying to do the same thing. I'm not trying to have repeat what I had before. So I'm trying to see where their heads is at. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people's heads is not where yours is at. And you can. It's like trying to get a
That's
trying
why
to.
I mean it's I know it's more costly, but that's why I find it much easier as a music producer to just pay the talent because then it's
I mean,
it's
that's what you're doing. I mean, you can't expect to get somebody else's services
right,
and not pay them. I mean, because
right,
if somebody's getting my services, I'm definitely going to charge you.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you come and shop in my
So
store,
it's just so much easier instead of for me anyway, instead of like scouring the local area for rappers or R&B singers that are looking to collaborate. Um,
I mean, it's kind of hard right now because of COVID, and so everybody
you,
is
you'd
online. So that's
you'd think it would be easier because of COVID, right?
I mean,
Because
I'm pretty sure it's easy for if me and you if we was already established. Let's just say we are the A-listers, A-list producers right here. It'll probably be easier because we already have a platform to just make a beat, get somebody to spit some lyrics on it, and drop it on our platform. And I promise you, we have a lot of views because we're out there. Right now, for us trying to come out there, there's nothing going on. How can we go find talent? We got to go on social media, or we got to
right,
go find somewhere. Hopefully, not be uh, taken by somebody on one of these websites where you can, pay for someone's services because you don't know what you're expecting. It's like the lottery. You hoping that your number
yeah,
hit,
it's a
but
gamble.
it's good to know someone that actually is out there. That's actually, for instance, my brother, my artist. He's not my artist, but I do produce for him. He is a guy that is working right now. No one is out there performing nowhere. But when before things got shut down, he was out there. He's been out there performing. Those are the type of people I'm trying to find. So that way, if once all this Corona stuff and stuff get opened up and we can get back to some kind of normal life, then maybe the people that I'm searching or that I already know, which I do, I'm looking at them right now, and they all trying to they hungry just like me. Like I said, they're hungry like me, and I'm just hoping that the passion is there as much as mine. Because sometimes I can easily stop doing this, and you know what I'm saying. It's music is frustrating. This is probably one of the hardest businesses to get into and actually be successful at. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
why for me, like I'm not looking at it like a business. I mean, I'm doing a lot of the things that if I was looking at it like a business, I'm doing a lot of those things. However, like I said in the podcast interview, if you listen to it, I told the guys like, listen, if something ever comes of this and I get to work with some cool people or get paid or whatever, that's great. If not, then when I get older, I get to look back on the catalog of music and say, hey, I did that.
Right, right. I
You
mean,
know?
that's always a plus.
Right.
That's one
So
thing. That's one thing I've
either
always.
way,
That's one thing I always say to myself. If nothing ever came to this, and I can always say, at least I tried, but I had fun doing it. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I can say. Because at the end of the day, I can always make music. You know what I'm saying? I got a nice keyboard right here. Y'all can see this, one of my speakers. The other one's right here in front of me. So I
I
like to
mean,
make music. You know, it is what it is. But it's to
one of
get
them,
a worldwide a bunch of people to get to like your music. That's the hard part.
yeah. You want to know what I've noticed and what like one of the light bulbs that's come over my head in the past year or so
Mm-hmm.
doing this stuff is that music producers and musicians really focus on their music. They put 100% of their heart and their soul into their music, and then they upload it to the world, and then they sit back and do nothing. And that is a giant mistake. I really think that, especially in this day and age where everything is so competitive, you have to market yourself. You have
Mm-hmm.
to. You
You
can't
have
just
to.
you can't just make music anymore. If you want to do if you want your music to do anything, you got to put some money behind the marketing because it's just as important as getting the
I mean,
mix right.
yeah. When you're doing it on your own, of course, when you're independent. I mean, you have to. This is my opinion. I mean, I'm pretty sure somebody was going to disagree with me, but you don't have nobody backing you, so you don't have no budget to let somebody give you. Hey, here's a $500,000 budget that I'm gonna give you for your album, for everything for your album. And you're gonna use that for some studio time. You're gonna use that for some promotion, some marketing, something. But now you got to hopefully make that album hopefully sells more than what that budget is, so you
Right,
can profit off of it. But when you're by yourself, independent, you got to rely on nobody but you,
right.
and your budget is your budget for everything. You know what I'm saying? So I, the people I spoke to, I understand what they say, you know, and I hear what they're saying, but sometimes it's we're not in them shoes.
Right. We
Oh,
have
just
to.
to give y'all an update, my daughter just texted me and said she made it back home. So, and I thank you everybody for spitting them shout outs and happy birthday wishes to my daughter for being 21 yesterday. And she was down at the casino and, in Louisiana. Now I know she's back home. She was down in Louisiana, Shreveport at the casino. I hope she won. Did you win? If she's watching, I hope she won some money so she can take care of what she got with all this COVID mess. But yeah, she's back home, everybody. She's safe back in the nice state of Arkansas. So yeah. But yeah, back to that. I mean, music is hard and investing in yourself is nothing wrong with that. I don't see nothing wrong with investing in yourself. You always got to
Yeah,
invest in whether it's
I just
music.
think it's a common mistake. I think the musicians, music producers, they put all their time and their energy into producing the music, but they don't put any time and energy into marketing themselves. And I
But
really believe,
that all depends on if they already got a big platform, if they got a big support, if they have a
well,
team.
like you and me, right? Like I don't have anything. I got me.
No,
You
I'm
know what I
saying that's
mean?
what I'm saying. You have like I've been trying to build a team for a long time. A team, like maybe a manager, maybe somebody that works my social media, or somebody that can, a team of people. You have people that are out there that that made it, like a Drake, a Lil Wayne, like entertainers, big times. They have a team, their camp. That's why they call them their camp. They're their friends. Most of them probably their friends they grew up with. Somebody that they. No, I use this. LeBron James. His closest people that he worked with are his friends from high school. I think three of them. Three friends from high school. They all he gave them all jobs for free, and he keeps that in his camp. That's his camp. Whenever they say LeBron James camp, those is this camp. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with having somebody that you know that can got your back. But sometimes it's a bad thing too. Sometimes you gotta. I just been wanting to have a camp. I've been trying to build a team with people that I can rely on to say, yo, I need this. Can you do this or something? But it's always been about me. I got to do
Well,
everything on
anyway,
beat.
the point is my advice to producers or artists out there is put away some money for the marketing aspect of your music, because it's no longer the situation of if they build it or if you build it they will come. It's not. If you build it, you got to shove it in their face too, you know.
I mean,
So
that's what they say when you promote. You promote for a long. Some people promoted songs for 2 years, just one song, just until it made it, and somebody heard it. The right person heard it. And that 2-year-old song is a hit. You know, for the world now.
right, right,
The people that didn't pay attention to it then, now is paying attention to it now. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So it is what it is. It is what it is. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, I'm 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 back on the school thing
Sorry.
because no, because we gotta go back and forth for certain things. I mean, you got school coming up, we got music life that we deal with. I got vacation coming up. I got to pack. It's just everything, ain't really much going on any place really because of the situation we all. I just hate talking about it, but the situation we find ourselves in. So a lot of this content that we come up with is off of what's going on in real life, everyday life, and being fact, school is coming up. Yeah, we talk about that, and but I do want to bring up something that we spoke about last week. Actually, nah, I don't want to actually. I was actually talking about the what's name, but I didn't get a chance to like call no stores, call none of the shops up about the THC, the marijuana, THC and CBD episode we had. I was gonna actually talk about something like that, but cause I didn't get a chance to actually call the shops. You know what I'm saying? Because we got a lot of things going on with leaving. But I was hoping Brian Galfo was still there because I know he said he's gonna get on his PC to try to jump on.
I think we
But
lost him.
yeah, but yeah, man. So what's been going on in your life though with Mr. Sunny? I see you got your truck back.
Uh,
Did he do a good job on your truck?
yes, they did a great job on my truck. It looks brand new.
How long was it that they had it for?
Like a week.
A week.
Wasn't
Oh, okay, it's not bad. Don't
They
wash the
gave me a
truck.
rental though, so it's fine.
Don't. Did it say not to run through a car wash for like 30 days?
Yeah,
Would
I
you
was
wait to
like,
go to
don't
Cali?
worry. I was like, don't worry, I don't wash my truck.
Yeah, you really don't. You really don't. You really don't. But yeah, sports is back and basketball started the other night, and I think it's like a preseason type of thing. And my brother told me it's one guy. You remember Manute Bold? I think everybody remember Manute Bold. It's
Nope.
a 76ers center back in the day. Um, but his son is named Bol, Bolbol. Like literally, I don't know what made him name his son Bol. And I've just that name alone. He's like, yeah, Bo. I thought he was playing with me. And he's like, nah, that's his name, Bol. I was like, wow. So yeah, he's basically somebody that's a rookie that got drafted. I forgot the team. I think it's Denver Nuggets, and they played or Memphis Grizzlies or somebody, but they played the other night, and he's actually really really good. Like you played in FanDuel. He had like 50 some fantasy points. And now that they restarting the season, a lot of the actual star players are not playing. So now you have the subpar number two, number three strings, or even rookies coming in. Yes, Bol. He is Manute Bol's son, Denver Nuggets. Yeah, I was right. He's Manute Bol's son, and actually, he is the position they have him playing was not center. He was playing, I think, power forward. So, but yeah, he played the other night, and he is. My brother said he's a beast, and so he was like, "I'm definitely going to start picking him in my FanDuel lineup if they use that rotation." So I gotta give a shout out to FanDuel because basketball. I'm happy. Basketball. Some form of basketball is back for I think for a month or I think 2 months. I don't know, month or so just to finish, just to have a little tournament to finish the end the season. But FanDuel is back, and the first tournament is actually July 31st next week, and first place is $1 million. I got 4 lineups in there. No, yeah, 4. So you definitely you already know, and it's only I think 2 games that day. The Lakers are playing, and New Orleans Pelicans with Zion Williamson is playing. So yes, I'm excited because FanDuel is back. Shout out to FanDuel. Yes, that brings gambling to sports, and I'm in Florida, and I can play this. If I was in Texas, I couldn't because I'd be mad.
Oh, they don't
And
allow it. They don't allow
Texas
FanDuel in
don't allow.
Texas.
Nope, Texas don't allow sports
How do
gambling.
they enforce it?
It's that app. When that app comes into your phone, your location will deny you that app. You
What if you
cannot
have your
gamble.
location turned off?
Huh?
What if you turn off your location?
It's going off your email. Your location is going to tell you where you're at.
But I'm saying, what if you turn off the location on your phone?
I never done it with FanDuel.
I
I always
wonder.
keep
I
my
wonder what
location on.
happens.
But all I know is if when they find out that you're in Texas or a state that doesn't allow sports gambling, you ain't gonna be able to play. That's all. My brother
Man,
played my account in Jersey. He just signed me in to Jersey, so it showed like I was in Jersey.
oh, I see.
So yeah, that was like when I was in Texas. I couldn't play no more because I actually put the app on my phone. I turned it on and it said you're in Texas, you can't play. The state requirements, the state law that Texas don't do sports gambling. I was like, damn it. So it was
I
in
wonder
there.
why. Wonder why they have a stick up their ass about that.
I don't know. I don't know, man. It's just the state. It's the state. But now that they have sports gambling, I think it's just the state. The state got to be down with sports gambling. But FanDuel is back, and you like a sport because you told me before you like baseball. You like the Boston Red Sox,
I mean, I like it just as much as I like any sport, but I don't really watch it. But
you
I
still
do.
you
I
still,
do have a team. I like the Boston Red Sox
and I don't like you because I'm a Yankees fan.
because you're a Yankees fan. Yeah.
Yes, sir. And that's what I'm saying. We gotta have some. We gotta have that bump heads against each other with one
Well,
thing.
the thing is, I don't really care.
I know. I know. I mean, I'm not. I'm
All right,
not.
so here's my teams, right? Baseball, Red Sox, hockey, the Hartford Whalers, except they
I
moved.
mean, cause
So
yeah, you're from Connecticut.
yeah, but they're gone now. So I think probably Boston, Boston,
The Boston Bruins,
Boston Bruins, right? Basketball,
the
Celtics,
Celtics.
um,
So
and
everybody
then
from Boston,
football, New
the
York
Patriots.
Giants. No,
Oh,
not the
oh,
Patriots.
oh. Okay. Oh, Brady going anyway. So the Giants. Ugh.
But yeah,
Jersey.
but now I might switch to Tampa.
I knew it. I knew it. And you might as well go ahead and jump on the bandwagon like everybody else. Go ahead. I'm not. I'm not. You already know me. 49ers gold. That red and gold all day. I
I
mean,
might
now,
even watch football this
I
season.
mean, if you try to get me to watch get on the mat and get sweaty on some jujitsu, I'm pretty sure your eyeballs can watch some football.
Yeah, I'll watch some
If
football.
your ass is playing some FanDuel, you gonna watch some football.
So that's
So you
cool.
can
You're coming. You're
understand it.
coming to class tonight, then?
No, I told you I'm going out of town. Coming to class.
Yeah, you come to class tonight.
Oh,
Right?
to,
So
to
you
watch
should-
to watch y'all do some stuff.
No, you can jump in.
Nah, I can't do that. My shoulder hurting. And what's the name of the thing was wearing off. My cortisone shot I got
Yeah,
afterwards.
take some Advil. You'll be fine.
Shit. How you say
Shit.
Man, I'm like I woke up this morning like what like I started feeling it last night a little bit. And I'm like, what's going on? It don't feel like it before. Like it's not in my rotator cuff. It's like right here. It feel like you got a flu shot in the arm and you get that heavy your muscle turn get really heavy and like lifting your arm up, it hurts like that when your muscle. That's what I feel. So what the hell? You had to
You could hear
I
that?
could hear that, yes.
How?
You turned your phone up or something. I know everybody else heard. I wasn't the only one. Somebody's trying to do something with my voice. All right. Son of you crazy. I love that dude though. Every time I see that thing, every time I say that word, I say it the way he said it. But yeah, man, I'm just excited. So I'm a little bit lost of words today. Today was just something that was I wanted to talk about the school and because it's coming up, and I know a lot of people thinking about the their opinions about the schooling system, maybe in their area. I know in Texas, I spoke to my friend of mine. He said in Texas, they're from August 17th, I think, until September 31st. They're doing online schooling, and then after that date, after September, I think the 27th or whatever, 31st, they're going to start having it in school. So they're doing a whole month, I guess, to get the school ready. I thought they should have done all that over the summer anyway, but I guess they prepping the school in that time while they're in the school online. But it is what it is. I mean, it's going to come real quick, August 17th here for us, and those are choices we have. But I know my only concern is the fact that there's kids, and I know how kids can be. Um, Kids don't listen, But I think with this, the kids understand what's going on, and I don't think the kids gonna want to actually have to deal with the coronavirus. Some kids are smart. The kids are smart, and they really. I mean, a lot of kids are scared about it, and and so as long as if things can work out, if we hopefully, God forbid, anything, no one gets positive, if we don't get no news and like that, and things don't get worse because of that. I mean, I honestly think we should just go back to the online schooling and just have a 2-day Monday to greet those kids, and then Friday to make sure to see how your week was, and or turn your assignments in or whatever. But that's what I think. That's just my opinion. But I'm not one of officials, authority figures that sit up in the state and make decisions. But it is what it is. We are as parents got to go along with what these people say we got to do, right? You got to follow these rules. Can't go in Walmart no more without your mask on. This one dude got kicked out. He was actually in there by McDonald's. You know how when we walking out, right to McDonald's right there, he was standing. He walked it. I don't know how he made it past, but as soon as he walked out of McDonald's, he was about to walk in the mall, all the way in Walmart. He was like, "You gotta leave, sir." He said, "What? You can't shop in here without a mask on." He said, "What?" I was like, "When did that change?" He said, "It's always been like that." It has not been like that because when they first started doing it, they was making sure you wasn't going in there, and then I know eventually they stopped checking that.
So what did the guy do?
He got mad. He walked out. He walked out with his McDonald's. Yeah, he was mad with his McDonald's. He got his McDonald's. He was able to get his McDonald's. He walked out with his McDonald's mad as hell. But I ended up seeing when I was in there. I ended up seeing him with his mask on.
Oh, so he went. He went and got it.
So you don't have to tell me to wear a mask. You don't got to give me no letter to wear a mask. I'm a dude that don't like to get cooties. I don't like germs. I'm a germaphobe. Not too much of a germaphobe. But for something like this, yes, I'm going to keep myself covered until y'all find out what the hell is going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to protect myself as best as possible. So if I got to go into an establishment and you got to wear, I got 3 masks in my car. I got 3 choices. I got 3 options of colors that I could pick up out my car. So I always got a mask in my car. I'm always covered. So, but on road trips, like going to Orlando, I know Janine, we got I think she got some neoprene gloves, I think, something like that, because we're not in that town often. So I wouldn't mind having some gloves. I could, but some people gonna look at me like I'm weird or something, but that's just okay. That's just adding on to what we already look like. We all wearing masks, so me adding some gloves onto my hands is not looking any weirder than what we already look like right now. We look like you said earlier, China. Now we look like China, walking around with masks on. So protecting my hands is just as best as me protecting my face. So there's germs out there on objects that we gotta touch. That's why they say, like when we went to the sunglass hut, every time we touched the glass or glasses, she had to wipe them down.
I would have had a ball with that.
Now, I know you would have touched every single one of them.
Oh,
sir, you gotta leave. Sir, you have to leave, sir. You can't be in here just touching the glass. Are you gonna buy anything, sir?
I would have had so much fun with that.
I could just imagine you doing that on purpose. Just touch them, put them on your face, act like you're gonna buy them.
I'm putting on the old lady glasses.
Yeah, that's
What
what I'm
do you
about to
think
say.
of
Put
these?
on women glasses and everything. I can see you doing that. Just to say,
Oh
hey,
yeah.
this is what I did today. I put on every glasses and sunglasses.
Well, it's funny. We just had this. Have you ever heard of Ross Creations?
Ross Creations? No, I heard of Ross Stores.
Well, there's a YouTube channel called Ross Creations,
Mm-hmm.
and let me see if I can pull it up. He's a pretty famous YouTube star.
Mm-hmm. So what did he do? Like
He's like a prankster.
A prankster, like the Jackass dude, like doing stuff like that.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, he's got just over 2 million subscribers, and like I'll just give you an example of a couple of videos he did. Like he one video he covered himself from head to toe in peanut butter and then walked into a dog park and laid down, and all the dogs came over to him.
That might be the same. Is that the Jackass dude?
No, it's not.
Okay. I thought he probably like started his own show.
Well, anyway, this dude just signed up at my gym.
What?
Yeah,
I'm about to see some videos now. You about to have 1 million views in your shop in your gym.
Yeah, I hope.
He gonna probably get some.
He'll find a way to prank us.
He gonna probably get some. He probably get some baby oil, and try to do some jujitsu on your mat with some baby oil. I can see him trying to do that.
We'll see.
Doing a little pranking everybody and put the whole mat full of baby oil.
Yeah, I hope not.
I see that. I see you doing that. See, now that I said that, I want credit.
Yeah,
I want credit for that prank.
I will not be doing that to my other mats.
Not for the whole mat. You gotta have just a spot. You gotta notice. You gotta have a little square, just for the prank area. The prank. And you gotta just put a nice coat, a nice little base of baby oil. It can come up. Baby oil can come up. It's just one. I say about 12 by 12 square. But yeah, once y'all start rolling around, it's going to spread all over the mat. So
it's gross. And on that note, is there anything else you'd like to?
It is Friday, so I would like to give a small safety briefing. Since I won't be back until Monday, but y'all will see me tomorrow on my page because I'm going live. Because like I said, I'm gonna be like a kid. I've never been here before, and if y'all never been in Universal, then y'all gotta understand how I'm feeling. If y'all have been there, I'm pretty sure I know what I'm about to start doing. So with that, I like to say, have a good weekend, everybody. Have a good Friday night, and don't do anything to put you in jail for the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Don't drink and drive. If y'all find a way to find some liquor out here, don't drink and drive. Stay at home. Get your stuff at Walmart and get drunk in the house. If you have a spouse, don't beat your spouse. And if you have sex and you're single, and you make sure you wrap it before you tap it. That's my 3. What you got, Sonny? What you got?
Don't let your mouth write a check that your ass can't cash. Okay. How about that?
Okay, I like that one.
That's all I got.
Don't talk shit to nobody, y'all. That's what he mean. Don't pop them gums off. You know, if you think you can fight, you might be talking to Sonny, and he's a jiu-jitsu trainer. So with that, hit that, Sonny.
All right.
Bam. Peace out. See y'all.